Hello, welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and today I'm giving you the welcome in this new video. I will be sharing this garment, this baby garment. Remember that last week, the last Wednesday, I showed you how you can make this baby diaper cover. Well, now I'm going to show you how you complete this set with this garment. It is so beautiful. It's a summer set for your babies. You will see that they will love it. If you are making this for a present, for a gift, for this coming baby, these parents-to-be will be very happy with this present. Also, if you want to start a business in this difficult season, well, this is an amazing idea to start. Remember, with just few material and with just a few minutes of your day, you will create this amazing set. So please start a business by your own and staying at your house. Well, as you know, today it's Saturday, it's not Wednesday, but I will be posting videos every Saturday as soon as this quarantine it's over. As you know, well, we have more time, so I will take this time and I will take this opportunity to post more videos in my English channel. I hope you like it and I hope you come with me every Saturday too. But well, let's start. I will give you the material list and then the step by step. I hope you like it. Let's start. Well, we are going to use the same materials that we use for the baby diaper cover. It's 100 grams of fine material, 100% cotton, and a crochet hook of number 3. Remember that if you want to buy and use the same materials that I use in all my videos, you can visit my online store www.lauracepeda.es. Well, like we want to match this set with this baby diaper that we made, we are going to make the same number of chains that we made for the waist. And we will continue from here to the top of our t-shirt to continue. So we will match perfectly. Remember that we made 100 chains, like base chains, so we will repeat and then we will continue with the same stitch. Well, when we finish to make the 100 chains, we will repeat what we made in the diaper cover. Remember that we made mesh stitch? Well, we will go up first with 4 chains, then skip one, and in the next one we are going to start making double crochets like this. 1 chain, skip 1, and then in the next one double crochet, and like this the whole row. Well, at the end we will have 51 squares of the mesh stitch. Then we will divide and we will fold in half like this. Afterwards, from the half we will count 7 squares and we will point it out. We will use the markers like this. And now between these 7 squares we will take the half of it. So this will be our back and this will be our front. And from here we will make the same stitch that we use to match perfectly the diaper with this t-shirt. And if you use a different stitch, well, you will put it here. And we will crochet the rest with this stitch that we use in the diaper. So I will teach you how we are going to continue. Well, slip 1 to close. Please, before you continue, please check that you didn't twist your row. Now go up with 2 chains and we will make double crochets of 2 crochets inside this square. We will make 2 double crochets inside each square, like this the whole row until we arrive here. Well, when we arrive to the marker, we will skip this mesh and we will continue to the next one. And here we are going to make the stitch that we made. Remember that we made 6 double crochets of 3 crochets inside this square like we made in the diaper. Remember? Remember that these double crochets are of 3 crochets, so we will make 6 inside. So let's continue. Well, at the end of the 6 double crochets, chain 1, skip 1 mesh, and then single crochet in the next one, is chain 1, skip 1 mesh, and then in the next one we are going to continue making 6 double crochets of 3 crochets inside this mesh. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Look, chain 1, skip 1 mesh, 1 little square, and then in the next one we will continue making double crochets like we made here. So we will just make this strip with this stitch, the same that we use in the baby diaper, and the rest we will continue making double crochets, because if we made all the t-shirt with this stitch, it will be so puffy and heavy and it won't look good. But if you made a simple stitch for the diaper too, well, you can use the same stitch to match perfectly this t-shirt. But well, that's why I decided just to put this strip just in the middle and then continue with the double crochets for the rest of the t-shirt. Well, I will continue and I will tell you how we are going to continue to make the next row. Well, at the end of the row, slip 1 to close, then we will go up with 2 chains, and we are going to continue with the double crochets. We have 2 ways to make it, taking both parts of the chain or only taking the back part of the chain and make rib stitch, like rib stitch, but with double crochet. But like in the diaper, I took both parts of the chain, well, I will make the same. Okay, well, I'm going to continue making double crochet over double crochet, and when I arrive to the shells, I will tell you how we are going to make it. Well, now we are here. We have to count that we have the same stitches in the last row than in this one. To continue, we are going to take the stitch from the back and we will make double crochet of 3 crochets. We are going to make like this 3, taking it from the back. After the 3, we are going to make 2 chains in between, and then we will continue with the next 3 double crochets of the crochets. We are going to take them in relief. We are going to insert the hook from the back. Basically, we will repeat what we made in the diaper, remember? Well, now, without making a chain, we are going to go to the next shell and we will repeat the same. We are going to make double crochets of 3 crochets. First, we are going to make the first 3, then we are going to make 2 chains in between, and then we will continue with the next 3, like this. So this is just a reminder of what we made in the diaper. But it's basically the same. Remember that we are just going to make this strip and then we will continue with the double crochets. Well, after these 2 shells, we are going to continue making the double crochets over double crochets. Okay? So once we are going to make the shell like this, and then we are going to make the shell in relief with 2 chains in between. We are going to intercalate these rows like we made in the diaper, remember? So in one row we are going to put single crochet in between each shell, and then in the next row that goes in relief we will make 2 chains in between. We are going to continue like this, making as many rows as we need until we arrive to the armhole. Well, I will stop here because I want to remind you that you have to count how many double crochets you have. Here I have 44 and I was making 46, so I have to fix it and to crochet this again. So please be careful and count how many double crochets you have so this won't happen to you. Well, at the end, when we arrive to the strip, we will make the 6 double crochets of 3 crochets and 6, then chain 1, single crochet, chain 1 again. Remember we made a single crochet here too, and we are going to continue making the 6 double crochets of 3 crochets. Remember that in the next row we are going to make this, but now in relief, so we are going to repeat this series. Well, here I just repeat this series and I complete the rows that I need and the rows that I want for this baby t-shirt. I made 7 rows like this, and I will stop here, and now I will divide to have the armhole. But continue with the path. Well, here I already started this row. I'm going to stop here, and from here I'm going to make the v-neck that I want to make for this design, and I'm going to divide one shell that will go in one direction and one shell that will go in another direction, so we will open to create this v-neck. So we will start reducing stitches, so we will skip 1 to reduce. So now we will have 43. Remember that we have 44. Now we will have 43. So we will skip 1 and we will go right away to make the shell and the double crochets. So here we have 3, then 2 chains, and then we will continue with the next 3, making double crochets. And now look here. Remember that we have to make a single crochet, but now here instead of make a single crochet, we are going to make a double crochet of 3 crochets to not to pull too much the neck. So we will make of 3 crochets. So we will stop here, and now we will turn around and we will continue. We are going to divide in 3 parts. So first we will crochet this part, front part, then the second front part, and then the back. Well, so I will take these markers from here and I will use them to point it out the first front. So I will place them correctly. I will match these stitches perfectly. So I will point it out the half. So now in the next row that we are going to turn around, we are going to leave 7 stitches without crochet, and then we will continue making the rows from here to here, and we will always reduce 1 between each row. So please here count how many you have. Here I have 14, and then in the next row I will reduce 1 and I will have 30, then 12, 11, and like this until we have the width of the shoulder strap that we want. Well, now to continue, we will turn around. We will go up with 3 chains and we will continue making the shells. 3 chains, and right away we are going to make the 6 double crochets of 3 crochets. And after we finish these 6 double crochets, we are going to go right away to continue with the double crochets, and instead of inserting the hook here, we are going to skip 1 more, because remember that we skip at the beginning, and if we don't skip this space, it will look tight and pulled. Well, we are going to reduce in the side of the v-neck. We are not going to reduce in the other side, will be the armhole, only when we are going to make the V to create the V shape that we want. And we are going to repeat the same in the second front part of this t-shirt, and we are going to make the same number of rows and we are going to reduce the same number of stitches. And well, remember here to create the armhole we are going to leave 3 stitches. So here we are going to stop and start with the next row, 3 chains, and we are going to continue making double crochets over double crochets, and until we arrive here is where we are going to reduce. We are going to stop here, and right away we are going to continue making the shells. Well, remember that this shell was taken in relief, so we will have this split here. At the end, we will just make a double crochet of 3 crochets like this, and we are going to turn around, and to start the next we are going to go up with 1, and right away we are going to continue making the 6 double crochets of 3 crochets. So once 1 chain and then 1 double crochet. So this is how we are going to continue reducing to create our v-neck and to create our shoulder straps. Look, here I have 14 rows for the body, and in this part I have 13. So I suggest that you also make the rows that you need according to the size of the baby that you are making this for. As you could see, here is the only part where we reduce, and here we continue straight. And well, so far it has to look like this. Now we are going to continue with the second front in this side, and we are going to repeat the same number of stitches and the same number of rows, okay, until we arrive here. We are going to reduce the same number of stitches, and when we finish this second front we are going to continue with the back, leaving 3 stitches each side, and we are going to make double crochets until we arrive here, making the same number of rows of the shoulder strap. Well, I want to make this part clear. We are going to start like this, right in the middle, and making 3 chains, and then we are going to continue in relief, making the shells like we made here. Remember that each side we are going to leave 3 stitches, and then from there we are going to reduce until have the same number of rows that we made in the first front part. Well, I forgot to tell you something. We already finished both fronts. Then I told you that we have to make 11 rows. So in the 11th row we are going to make the same number of stitches that we have in the shoulder strap. So I already counted and we have 8. So we are just going to crochet 8 stitches, and when we finish we will leave it like that, and then in the other side we will count and we will crochet only 8 stitches to make the shoulder strap. So we will go up with 3 chains, and then we will continue making double crochets. We are going to make 8. And when we finish this part, I will teach you how we are going to sew and how we are going to make the last rows to give it a final touch. Well, with the embroidery needle we are going to join the shoulders. We are going to take 1 stitch from here and 1 stitch from the other side. Remember that this is the way that I sew, and like this we won't create any pleat. Then I will teach you how we are going to make the last row. I use crab stitch to make it all around the sleeves, and also I'm going to use this stitch to make it all around the neck, but I will show you how. First, let's finish to join this part. Well, I will show you what I did. First, I made a single crochet row, and then over this row I made crab stitch, so it looked like this. So I'm going to repeat this in the neck. First, I'm going to make a row of single crochet. I'm going to put my thread here, and while I'm making this row I will take these loose threads so I can hide them. So first I'm going to make the single crochet row and then the crab stitch. Remember that the crab stitch is like we are making single crochet but backwards. And also, if you want, you can reduce a little bit if you feel that your neck is too wide. Well, in this row you can reduce it a little bit, and then after this we will make the crab stitch. So look, for example, I feel that here in the back it's too wide, so I'm going to reduce a little bit. And then here in the front we are going to distribute these stitches. We are going to put 2 inside and then one here, and like this to not pull too much. Well, look, this is how it looks with the single crochet row. Please try to reduce the same number of stitches in one side than in the other side. And then we are going to continue with the crab stitch. Remember that it's single crochet but backwards. I will show you how. Well, once that you finish to make this row, remember that I made the same in the sleeves too. And I reduced the same number in one sleeve than in the other. And like this will be finished. We are not going to iron this garment at all, we will leave it like that. This material is a very good quality, 100% cotton, so it doesn't need to. At the end, if you want, in the bottom you can put a ribbon here, or you can put a button, it's up to you. Now let's see how it looks. Well, so what do you think? I tried to make this t-shirt with the same stitch all over the t-shirt, but I feel it was too heavy and it was so puffy. I just decided to make it more simple, but it looks beautiful, right? If you want, you can make it also halter with just spaghetti strips, and it will look amazing too. Remember that it's up to you. This is only an idea. Also, if you want, instead of making a sleeveless baby t-shirt, you can make this t-shirt with sleeves using the same stitch that we use in the middle, and it will look beautiful too. Please, if you make this project, take a picture and tag me. I love that you tag me in all your pictures and in your stories, so I can share them, and this makes me so happy. This motivates me. Please also, if you like this video, give me a like, share it if you want, and please leave me more ideas of what you want me to make for the next video. Remember, as I told you at the beginning of the video, I will try to post 2 videos each week, one on Wednesday and one on Saturday. But well, thank you so much for having me. See you the next Wednesday, and hopefully the next Saturday with one more idea. Thank you so much again for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. See you. Bye.